So now to discuss session 5 or the guidelines on the reclassification to school principal positions. Let us warmly welcome Ms. Carla Jane Gob, Project Development Officer 3 of the BHROD HRDB.
Ayan, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Narito po ako para mag-discuss po dito sa last session natin patungkol sa guidelines on the reclassification to the school principal position. So, ayan. So, mahalagang malaman din po natin ito, yung ating mga specific po na proseso kung paano ba magpa-reclass sa mga principal positions natin.
Welcome to the Learning and Development Channel, where you can learn, lead, and make a difference.
So to start, ayan, parehas din po ang reclassification guidelines sa mga proseso po na nasa ating DepEd Order number 7 or yung ang ating RSA guidelines for school head positions. Ito po ay nakapaloob sa ating enclosure 3 of the DepEd Order number 7 series of 2023. So medyo parehas din po yung magiging proseso nito under sa reclassification na expanded career progression system. So ayan, para po sa ating call for applications, yung ating SDO, pwede rin po itong magkasabay sa ating mga teachers. Magkakaroon po ng official memorandum for the calling for application for the reclassification of principal positions, which should be not later than June 30 of the current year. So, ayun po, as mentioned po ni Mr. Raymond kanina, magkakaroon po ng issuance po of memorandum from the central office kung kailan po tayo pwede pong mag-start na mag-call po for application. So, the estimated number of slots for classification for per position shall be determined na ating SDS sa ating division office upon the recommendation na ating HRM-PSB based sa mga parameters po na ito. So, ayan po, available budget allotment po for the current fiscal year, same as for the teacher po, and the applicable staffing standards of for school principal position, which is na-discuss din po kanina. So, ayan po, meron na po tayo ngayon na policy na dapat magkaroon po ng one school principal sa isang school na meron pong isang unique school ID. So, next. Ayan. For the submission of and receipt of application of documents, parehas din po ito sa ating mga proseso po na ating application. All interested applicants for the reclassification for school head position shall submit the reclassification form for school principal positions or the RFSPP. So, kung sa ating mga teachers, meron po tayong RFPP. Sa ating principal positions naman ay meron tayong RFSPP. So ayan, nakapaloob din po yan sa ating enclosures as Annex B2 ng ating DepEd Order number 24, series of 2025. So yung submission and receipt of application documents is usually nasa respective SDOs or ginagawa po ito na ating mga HRMOs or na ating subcommittees through the records unit on or before the deadline po na naka-indicate sa ating call of application. So yung RFSPP form po natin is a tool for determining the appropriate classification of a position, and this form reflects the applicant's attainment of the minimum qualifications of the position per the CSC-approved qualification standards, performance, and the comparative assessment results. So, next. Ayan. Ito po yung same din po as sa mga requirements po natin for application sa teachers. Halos same din po yung ating mga requirements for application for school principal positions. So, we have the letter of intent addressed to the SDS, the duly accomplished PDS, a photocopy of valid and updated PRC license or ID, the certificate of competency level, and the photocopy of the TOR, photocopy of the service record, and a photocopy of certificates of completion of NAIA accredited professional development programs or yung mga trainings po natin. And ito po yung unique po for the school head, which is the certificate of rating or yung COR in the school head assessment or yung ating NQuest, previously NQuest po na ngayon po ay NASH na po, or the principal's test or other school head assessment as may be administered by DepEd. So we are also requiring the photocopy of latest appointment, the photocopy of the performance rating with at least very satisfactory rating in the last rating period covering one complete performance rating period in the current position prior to the deadline of submission. So kung sa teacher po, meron po tayong required na mga indicators or specific na year po na kailangan po natin makomplete. So for the school head, we are requiring po the performance rating with at least VS po since promotion na po ito, and in the last rating period covering the full complete performance rating po for 1 year. So aside from that, we are requiring the checklist of requirements or yung CAV po natin, and other documents as may be required po by the HRM-PSB, which includes po the means of verifications po for outstanding accomplishments, application of education, application of learning and development, recon from the date of the last issuance of appointment. So kung mapapansin nyo po, meron na po tayong mga unique po dito na nabanggit na mga nire-require na MOV for the outstanding accomplishment, application of education, and learning and development po, which is matidiscuss po natin later on. So next. Ayan. Ito po yung ating process flow for the assessment of school principal position. So first, ayun nga po, magkakaroon tayo ng call for application and submission of reclassification application. Then after that po, magkakaroon si HRMO ng initial evaluation for the qualification standards ng mga applicants po natin. So if ever na maging qualified si applicant, magpo-proceed po siya for comparative assessment, which is madidiscuss din po natin later. So, ayan, next. Yan. Specifically for the initial evaluation of qualification of applicants, ayan po, nabanggit na din po natin ito sa mga previous discussion. Yung initial evaluation will be based on the education, training, experience, and eligibility, which is yung minimum qualification standards po na nakaset sa ating DepEd Order 19 Series of 2025 or the amended qualification standards for the school principal 1 to 4 positions. So upon the receipt of application, ayan sa HRMO po natin sa division is magkakonduct ng initial evaluation po vis-a-vis sa ating minimum QS. So ayan, next. Ayan. Doon po sa ating DepEd Order 19 Series of 2025, andun po nakalagay at nakapaloob po yung ating bago pong qualification standards, minimum qualification standards for the school principal 1, 2, 3, and 4 positions. So, ayan po. For the school principal 1 position, medyo marami po tayong mga nare-receive na queries po kung ano po yung mga pwedeng mag-qualify po under this qualifications. For education, it requires master's degree in education or educational management or educational leadership or master's degree in relevant learning area with at least 9 units in management. So, ayan. Ano nga ba yung mga pwedeng mag-qualify ng mga master's degree program po dito under sa education requirement natin? So under dito sa master's degree in education or educational management or educational leadership, pwede po tayong mag-qualify if meron po tayong master in education, master of arts in education or yung MAED, or yung masters of arts and education major in a specific subject or learning area. So may mga courses po tayo ng Masters of Arts and Education, major in English or major in Science, and also if meron din po tayong Master of Arts in Teaching. So yung ating mga HRMO naman po ay guided po, and ang ating HRM-PSP, guided po sila kung ano yung mga pwedeng mag-qualify po under this qualification sa education po natin. So if ever po na may mga queries po tayo about sa qualification standards po natin, you may also refer to your HRMO po. So for the training, for the school principal 1 position, it requires 32 hours of training in any of or a cumulative of the following: the curriculum pedagogy, school management and operations, and instructional leadership acquired within the last 5 years. So for the experience, it requires 5 years teaching experience and 1 year relevant in any of the following: the learning area coordination, subject area supervision, school management and operations, and instructional supervision. So ito pong nasa experience or yung nasa qualification standards po natin ng school principal, halos align po siya sa ating qualification standards po na ating Master Teacher 1, since ayan po, equivalent position po sila. So pagdating po natin sa school principal 2 position, which ayan po, dito na po magbabago yung ating mga qualifications. Specifically po sa ating, dito po sa experience, which requires 5 years teaching experience and 2 years experience in school management and operations. So nire-require niya na po talaga na meron tayong 2 years experience po in school management and operations. And same naman po for the education and training as the school principal 1 position. So next, for the school principal 3, ayan, nagbago lang din po yung number of hours for the training, which is 40 hours na po. And for the experience is 5 years teaching experience and 3 years experience in school management and operations. So for the school principal 4, ayan, nagbago lang din po is yung experience na nire-require po natin, which requires 4 years experience in school management and operations. So for the eligibility, which is na-mention na rin po ito kanina from the previous discussion, ano na po ito, generic na po, whether you are secondary or elementary teacher, yung license po natin, since you are expected po to manage a school na. So ano po, kahit secondary or elementary po, pwede na po kayo dapat, kaya nyo na po dapat mag-manage ng school, whether din po kung anong level. So next, ayan. Upon meeting the qualification standards na na-present po, the HRMO shall verify whether the applicants have passed the DepEd-administered school head assessments, such as the NQuESH principal test, or DepEd-administered principalship or school head assessment. So for the first appointments to school principal position, whether through natural vacancy and reclassification, it shall require po yung applicant na passer po siya ng ating NQuESH or NASH. So ayan, kung ikaw po ay mag-a-apply po to school principal 1 position, dapat po ay passer po kayo ng ating NQuESH or NASH. So ito po yung nasa ano po natin, fact or myth kanina. Ito na po yung sagot. Yung ating appointments to school principal positions made at the time when a DepEd-administered examination is not yet required shall remain valid. So yung mga na-appoint po ng mga principal po natin, for example, school principal 2 or 3 na wala pa po dati na-appoint po sila nung wala pa pong NASH or NQuESH or yung principal's test. So hindi po sila passer ng kahit anong examination. Since na-appoint po sila before the administration of that examinations, they shall qualify po for reclassification to a higher position po pa rin. So valid pa rin po yung kanilang appointment. So incumbents of yung previous slide, ayan. Incumbents of such appointments shall no longer be required po. Hindi na po sila dapat i-require to take the NASH or to pass the NQuESH or principal's test when applying po for reclassification to higher school principal positions. So ayan, yung ating initial evaluation results, nandito po yan, included po yan sa ating IER. yan, same form pa rin po yun under the DepEd Order number 24. So the IER po shall be posted in at least 3 conspicuous physical places concealing the applicant's personal information. Yan. Gumagamit pa rin po tayo ng application codes in posting po the IER and the career. So next. Ayan. Magkakaroon din po tayong notification po to applicants or meron din tayong under the Annex E and F po kung ano po yung naging resulta po ng ating initial evaluation. So dapat po sa SDO ay pagpapadala po sa ating mga applicants ng result po, yung specific po kung ano po yung naging resulta po ng qualification nyo po doon sa in-applyan nyo po for reclassification. So makikita nyo po dyan kung na-disqualify or qualified po kayo, kung ano po yung specific po na hindi nyo po na-meet or yung mga na-meet nyo po under the minimum qualification. Next. So ayan, balik po tayo dito sa flowchart. After the initial evaluation, magkakaroon po ng yung mga nag-qualify po sa ating initial evaluation vis-a-vis po the minimum qualification standard will undergo po and proceed po for comparative assessment. So ayan po, yung ating education, training, and experience, yung mga above the minimum requirements should be evaluated po and mabibigyan po ng mga karampatang mga points under po sa ating point system dito po sa DO24. As well po yung ating performance rating, meron po tayong specific po na computation po kung paano po siya makukuha. As well po the outstanding accomplishment, application of education, and application of L&D. And also the potential or the written examination and the interview. So ayan, ito po yung ating weight allocation for the school principal promotion and grade class. So same lang po yan for the natural vacancy and the reclassification. So for under the education, the weight allocation po is 10 points. Yan po yung maximum points possible po na makuha po ni applicant. So for the training and experience, same din po na 10 points. And for the performance, ito po yung pinakamalaki po na weight for school heads is this is the 25 points. And the outstanding accomplishments, application of education, and learning and development, 10 points din po yan. And the potential, the written exam, and the behavioral events interview should have po 15 points po for a total of 100 points. So ayan, ito po yung rubrics natin, yung minimum qualification standards po natin, the EPE. Ayan, meron po tayong 30 points. Base po yan dito sa ating education, training, and experience na kung ano po yung mag-e-exceed po dun sa minimum qualification standards, yun po yung mabibigyan po tayo ng puntos. Ayan, ito po yung sinasabi ko po kanina na pointing system natin or yung increments table po. So, since school principal position requires po for education a master's degree. Ayan po, meron po tayong requirement na master's degree which is the minimum qualification. Yung mga above the minimum po or yung may mga PhD or doctoral units po or yung mga mas higher po sa ating master's degree, yun po yung mabibigyan po ng additional points kasi yun po yung above the minimum requirements. This will be the same po for the training and experience na kung ano po yung mas mataas po na makuha nyo for the minimum qualifications, yun din po yung mabibigyan ng premium points or additional points. Ayan, for the performance, ayan, since yung performance po natin is has a 25 point allocation, halimbawa po yung ating IPCRF has 5% lang din po. So ayan po yung magiging computation natin, whereas the X is the performance rating divided by the highest possible performance rating in DepEd performance management system. multiplied by the weight allocation po, which is yung 25 points. So, dun po natin makukuha yung computation po for performance. So, next. Ayan, for the outstanding accomplishments, so, medyo familiar naman na din po tayo dito, yung ating outstanding accomplishments refer to the meritorious contributions of an applicant such as ideas, inventions, or discoveries which were duly recognized by an authorized body. So, meron po tayo dito, under din po ng ating DepEd Order number 24, nandun po yung mga specific po, kung ano po yung mga pwede po nating isubmit under the outstanding accomplishments. Ito po yung ating mga awards and recognition, research and innovation, subject matter expert, or yung membership po if ever. Kung naging member po kayo ng national technical working groups or committees, mga research speakership or learning facilitation, and if kayo po ay isang NAIAP accredited learning facilitator or trainer, meron din po tayong mga makukuhang points if ever na meron po tayong mga ganitong accomplishment. Ayan. For the application of education, ano po ba yung application of education? So ito po yung mga contribution po na ni applicant to their workplace po as a result of their learnings from their education degree or units earned such as but not limited to applied concepts, processes, and skills that are relevant to the position applied for. So ayan po, since meron din po tayong qualification po under education, hindi lang po sapat or di po enough na meron po tayong diploma or nakatapos po tayo ng master's degree po natin or yung higher education. So, under this criteria po, yung application of education, kailangan po ay may MOV tayo or meron po tayong proof na na-apply po natin yung mga higher education po natin. Na-apply po natin siya sa workplace. So, ayan, for this criteria, yung means of verification po natin is, one is the action plan approved by the head of office. Second is the accomplishment report verified by the head of office and the certification of the utilization or adoption signed by the head of office. So if meron po tayong mga pointing system po, if isa lang po yung meron tayo dito sa mga MOV or kapag lahat po ay na-submit po natin itong mga documents na to. So pwede rin po na relevant or not relevant yung magiging application of education natin. So if ever po na hindi po siya relevant sa current work po natin, meron din po siyang makukuhang points. Mas malaki lang din po yung points na makukuha if relevant po talaga siya sa na-apply po natin sa work. So next, same po for the application of learning and development. Kailangan po yung mga trainings or professional development programs po na na-attenan po natin. Meron po dapat tayong MOV na na-apply po natin itong mga learnings po natin sa mga training sa ating workplace. So, yung application of L&D po, nagre-require po ng 4 MOVs. So, ayan, meron din po tayong point system if ever na isa lang po or dalawa yung mga masasubmit po nating mga documents or if ever na makumpleto po natin siya. Same as the application of education, pwede rin po na not relevant yung maging application of learning and development natin or pwede rin maging relevant which will have a higher points po if relevant. Next is for the potential. Ito po yung capacity and ability of an applicant to assume the duties and responsibilities of the position applied for. So it can be measured through, ayan, dalawa po ito, which is yung written examinations and through the behavioral events interview or yung BEI po natin. So for the appointment to school principal positions, meron po tayong weight allocation po for 10 points dahil ito pong written examination po natin, kukunin po natin ito for school principal position sa ating score sa NQuest or NASH. So kaya po tayo kanina nagre-require sa mga application documents ng ating certificate of rating kasi doon po natin siya kukunin. So kung ano po yung naging rating nyo po sa NQuest, sa Principal's Test, or sa NASH, yun po yung magiging score based po sa computation po natin dito under the written examination criteria po for school principal 1 position. So for naman po written examination for appointment to higher school principal positions, which is the school principal 2 to 4, meron po tayong allocation of 5 points. So hindi na po natin gagamitin yung ating rating po sa NQuest or NASH po dito sa for higher school principal position, which is kailangan po si ating HRM-PSB shall request po or develop a written examination po for this school principal positions po. So for the BEI or the Behavioral Events Interview, meron po tayong 5 points for school principal 1 position and 10 points for higher school principal positions. Next. So ayan, after the comparative assessment, kung natapos na po tayo sa initial evaluation and the assessment po for outstanding accomplishment, application of education, learning and development, written examination, and BEI or interview, ayan po, ito pong naka-flash is yung career or yung parang RQA po natin. And for the reclassification for school heads, ayan po, career na po yung tawag po natin dito, which is shall be posted din po, same po as the usual process po natin in 3 conspicuous places po. Next, for the reclassification list, ayan, yung career po natin shall be submitted po by the HRM-PSB to the SDS or yung ating appointing authority. So the career shall be accompanied by the plantilla allocation list or yung PAL po natin containing only the names of the candidates who can be accommodated based on the following parameters. So ito po yung available budget allotment for the current fiscal year and the applicable staffing standards for school principal positions. So yung mga magpe-prepare po niyan is yung ating HRMO and the HRM-PSB. So yung career po natin for a particular position shall be valid until exhausted. So kailangan po ma-reclass po muna lahat ng mga nandun po sa ating career bago din po magkaroon po ng another call for application po for reclassification. So all remaining applicants in the career who were not accommodated in the current year shall be prioritized in the reclassification for the following year. So hindi na po dapat mag-undergo po ulit yung mga hindi pa po na-appoint or hindi po na-reclass nung previous year po. So dapat ma-prioritize po sila for reclassification for the following year. So they shall also be considered in the queue and shall be required to undergo the assessment process. Shall not be required to undergo po. So the reclassification of their position shall be processed before all other new applicants can be reclassified. Next. So ayan, ito na po yung ating process po for the reclassification of school head positions. First po, the applicant submits the RFSPP and other application documents. Then the SDO po will evaluate the applications and prepares the career and the PAL. And the DepEd SDO submits all the RFSPP and other documents po. Then yung ating DepEd SDO will submit po sa ating DepEd Regional Office, which the RO po will validate the approve po the documents and shall transmit the approved PAL and other required documents to the DBM Regional Office. So yung Regional Office po ng DBM shall process po and prepare the NOSCA and issue the same through the action document releasing system, and the DepEd SDO shall prepare and process the appointment papers and the necessary adjustment po to the salaries of the reclassified positions po and incumbents. So ayan, yan po yung parang timeline po natin for reclassification. Yun lang po for guidelines of reclassification of school head positions. Maraming salamat po.
Like and subscribe to the L&D channel on YouTube using the link youtube.com/@learn2lead channel.